Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully a short video, but we have been having a non-start issue with the Defender and we got it plugged up to the diagnostic computer. Wasn't really telling us much. What it did tell us was that we were cranking at about 208, but it needs to be about 300 for the ECU to tell the injectors to let the fuel in. So I think that might be the issue. So I've got my crank sensor and I'm going to just get in, remove some of the air ducting to get at the back to get to the sensor, and yeah, hopefully it'll start after that. If not, we'll go back to the drawing board. So I think it's a 10mm socket or nut, so I'll get my spanner and we'll start trying to get that out. So this is the bolt that holds the crank sensor in. So it's a 8mm head. And then so this, in the middle of the screen, is the crank sensor. Oh, let's focus up in there. So that's what we're trying to get out. It's just been a little bit difficult at the minute, so I'm going to keep wiggling at it and see if I can get it out. Got this out now, so just a bit of a wiggle and a pull out. It just I'll show you where it came from in a second so you can locate it on yours, but I'm going to disconnect this now and reconnect the new one. So there's the new crank sensor plugged in, and you can see just down there where it's, just focus it, yeah, where it's going to plug into down there, if it'll focus, yeah, down in there. So I'm going to just give it a bit of a wipe and then insert the new one. Now, new crank sensor is installed, and yeah, so we'll now just see if we can start it. I'm going to connect back up the air hoses and hopefully it starts. Okay, moment of truth. So it's priming up. Let's see if it starts. So unfortunately, wasn't that. So I really don't know. Yeah, I'll come back to you. So had a look around at a few different forums and YouTube videos and the likes, and what a lot of people are saying is that it could be the fuel filter housing. So this is a new one, and I'll show you here. So this, when I went to inspect, this section was actually broken on mine. So where it bolts in to this bracket, mine had snapped. So I'm kind of wondering if, because it's snapped, it has nothing holding it rigid, and I wonder if as it's vibrated, maybe something has happened. There's a little white filter inside this valve, and yeah, if that gets clogged, I've read, then that could be part of the cause. If it's not letting through, that's a bleed valve, so it could be causing issues there. I priced one of these and it's like 35, 40 pound, and then when I noticed that this was broken, it was 140 pound for everything. So I thought, let's just do a full swap. So I'm going to fit that in now and then bleed the system. Hopefully that's it, and yeah, that it'll start. If not, we're definitely going to bring it to a mechanic, and they'll probably have to drop the tank and check the fuel pump and maybe order and fit a new fuel pump. So Hopefully it doesn't go to that, but if it does, we're ready. So I'm hoping it's a fairly straightforward change. Just here, so there you can see there's these little sleeves, and then there's little buttons on each side of these that you push and pull, and then that frees up the fuel line to the filter housing so we can swap out. So you can see up here where mine had actually snapped, where the bolts were going to go in. So I got the bolts out, and then we'll replace this. Shut it up. So yeah, I'm going to get going on that, and I don't know how I'm going to position the camera, but I'll try and get it set up so that you guys can watch along as well. So this is the old filter inside the valve. See how dirty and clogged up it is. And then this one is the new one. So hopefully that might be our fix. So I'm going to clean up just inside here, and once I've done that, I'm going to mount. You can see the difference between the new and the old. So this one, you can see this one's Land Rover original. You can see the little Land Rover crest there, and this is aftermarket replacement part. But yeah, you can see the similar. See in here where we've disconnected. So the old housing bracket was up here, and then the 4 valves go into these fuel lines. While I have it off though, I think it would make sense to freshen up in here. So I've just taped off the fuel lines, and I'm just going to give this a bit of a clean, and I'm going to put some Hammerite on it. So I've given that just a fresh coat of paint, and that'll just protect it a little bit more. And now we'll get this mounted up. So I'll try and get the camera set up so that you can watch. So new fuel filter in, the new housing unit up here, all of the new valves. I gave everything a bit of a clean and a paint in behind. We've got the electrics wired back up. So now we're going to jump in and see if it'll start. I'm going to put the ignition to ignition point 2, and I'm going to let the priming system run in, and then once it's primed, then we'll give it a crank and see if it starts. So let's see if it goes. Let's see, can I point you up there? Look at that. Yeah, so turning the ignition to point 2. Pump's still making the funny noise. gonna pump the accelerator. Okay, so that's our priming purge now. I'll go again.
Go again.
Please work. It did let a roar.
The only thing you're allowed to do is go forward and reverse.
I hear
Okay?
a big yoo-hoo.
Yep.
You're allowed to go forward and
It
reverse,
started!
but you're not allowed to drive anywhere in case. That's the only thing we should have, which is where that
Has everything moved? There was stuff underneath the back